You're amazing at thinking outside the box, but what's interesting is you may even be better at execution, which is how do you execute so effectively? So you're now the richest man on earth. Do you still sleep in the office?
But then it turned out there were no good companies to outsource manufacturing to.
How many nights have you slept at your offices, you think, your career, percentage-wise?
You're amazing at thinking outside the box, but what's interesting is you may even be better at execution, which is how do you execute so effectively?
Well, I take a physics first principles approach to everything. It's not as though I wanted to insource manufacturing, it's just that I was unable to outsource it effectively. So, the idea in the beginning of Tesla was that we would outsource almost all the manufacturing, but then it turned out there were no good companies to outsource manufacturing to, which there wasn't really wasn't feasible. Outsourced manufacturing actually is the exception, not the rule, and just over time we had to insource almost everything for Tesla, and same for SpaceX. I became very good at manufacturing because I had to. There was no choice. At this point, I might know more about manufacturing than any human ever has, because I've manufactured so many different things in so many different arenas. I think probably more than anyone ever has.
Look, that sounds like an astonishing statement, but it's not a crazy statement. And you're somehow running Tesla and running SpaceX and running X and running the Boring Company and running Neuralink and doing D.O.G.E. Look, how much do you sleep in a given night?
About 6 hours on average.
So about 6. So that's, it wouldn't have shocked me if you said 3 or 4.
So the next question is, how many hours do you work a day?
I work almost every waking hour.
And Ben, he's not kidding at that. Yeah. Like when Elon and I were first getting to know each other, I said, hey, let's grab dinner sometime. And I don't know if you remember what you said. You said, I don't eat dinner.
I don't have social dinners, really.
Right. I mean, you obviously eat food, but
yes.
The idea of like...
You're not going to a restaurant for 2 hours.
But the idea of like, I don't... But it was just kind of matter of fact, why would I go to dinner? Like, you work.
Yeah. I literally I'll have lunch and dinner brought during meetings and continue the meeting.
How many nights have you slept at your offices, you think, your career, percentage-wise, where you say, I just got to take this nap basically because my body forces me to, and I got to get back to work fast and efficiently without going somewhere else?
Well, I guess it started out, even with the first company, Zip2, which is a terrible name, but the first internet company, we were able to rent an office, which was like in a leaky attic, essentially, for $500 a month. And the cheapest apartment we could find was $800 a month. So like, and we only had about $5,000 between my brother and I. Mm-hmm. So like, we'll just stay in the office.
Yeah.
So we got some couches that converted into beds, and we'd kind of sleep at night, and then we'd just have to like turn the beds back into couches before anyone came, and then we'd shower at the YMCA down the road. And so that literally was for several months what we did. I was in great shape, work out at the Y. But I still remember that YMCA at Page Mill at El Camino in Palo Alto.
So that was a long time ago.
So it's been, I don't know, I've never thought to count it, but several hundred days maybe, I don't know.
So you're now the richest man on Earth. Do you still sleep at the office? Well, that's true. Maybe Mars will find someone else. But
I think if someone is a sovereign head of a country, they're de facto richer by a lot.
Do you still sleep at the office now?
I've sometimes slept at the office, yeah.
Well, thank you, Elon. This was awesome. And let me say, and by the way, I put out on X the day before yesterday, if you were having a beer with Elon and could ask him anything, what would you ask? And got lots of responses.
Yeah.
The most common response people said is say thank you. Look, right. Texans and the American people appreciate what you're doing.
Sure.
You don't have to put up with this BS, and you're doing it. I'm grateful. You're making a hell of a difference for this country. I appreciate you, and the Americans appreciate you. Thank you.
It's essential for the future of civilization. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it.
Yes.
It's not like I want to get death threats, you know?
No.
Hey, guys. Today we're diving into something really exciting about Elon Musk, a man whose ideas are literally shaping the future. Whether it's rockets, electric cars, or AI, he never stops surprising us. Let's explore what makes him so unique. Watch closely and tell me what you think in the comments. How was the video? What kind of content should we explore next? Like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stuff coming your way.